Welcome to Time Out with the Guru, a program coming to you from the stables of Rems Media. And with me here today on this program are these two beautiful women, Miriam Shitu. Miriam, you're welcome. And Mata Obu. You're welcome, Mata. Remember, this program promises to be entertaining, it promises to be educative, and at the same time informative. Now, we'll be going on a short break with right here we are inside the Kehinde's court, and our guest for today is a woman that has achieved so much in her industry. In fact, practically speaking, she has become a household name in the real estate industry. She's also a serial entrepreneur. She's everything you can call success. But guess what? She's a woman. So it is actually a woman's world. I want you to join me in welcoming Madam Funke Kehinde, also known as MFK. Madam, you're welcome.
Thank you very much. Wow, this is a very pleasant surprise. I was actually on my way out when I saw the media team, in my house. I feel very honored. Thank you so much for coming.
You're welcome, man. You're welcome, man. It's our privilege, actually. Let's just go quickly. I think the very first question that will be going on in our viewers' mind will be, who is Madam Funke Kehinde? Yes, she's this, she's that. She's different things to different people. May we meet you, ma? Who actually is MFK?
First and foremost, MFK she's a wife, first and foremost. Then she's a mother. She's also a serial entrepreneur. I'm on the board of many businesses. I'm on the board of many industries. But most importantly, I am a realtor. I do a bit of agriculture here and there. I'm also an investor. I invest not just in real estate, but into other sectors. A lot of people don't know that about me, but I am actually a serial entrepreneur. But most importantly, again, I am a realtor.
Wow. That's lovely. That's lovely. So how did you actually venture into real estate and how long has it been?
That is a long story.
I want to hear it.
I'll try and make it short.
Okay.
My journey into real estate started years back, 16 years ago to be precise. When I was looking for a job, so I saw some vacancies here and there, and I applied to them. And as God will have it, I got a call from this real estate firm to ask to come in for an interview. The position then was a PA to the executive director of a real estate firm. So I went for the interview, got the job, and I've always been naturally a very curious person. So even though I got the job as a PA to the executive director of the real estate company, I was hardly at my desk doing PA duties. The curiosity in me, I always wanted to know what is happening in this department. And as God will have it, my boss was someone that was hardly in the country. He would just give orders, do this, do that. A good boss, but he's always here and there. So he gave me ample time, after doing my primary duties, of course, to see what's happening in every other department. That was how I started understanding the head of property at that time. Gradually, when I'm free and she's going for inspection, I'll go with her, I'll tag along, go for inspections with her. I started learning the terminologies, I started learning what real estate was about. How do you talk to a client? How do you close a deal? How do you tell them what they need? How do you show everything, all the works? And at the same time, I was also understanding the legal department to know, okay, what are the real estate laws? What are the things to do and not to do in real estate? And gradually, I developed a lot of interest and I became good at that particular department. Along the line, 2 years after that, the head of property as at then, who I was understudying unconsciously, had to relocate with her husband. So that position became vacant. And of course, they started sending out interview vacancies. We need to fill this position. And one of my bosses just said, I see Funke go about with this lady a lot. I'm sure she can fill in. Let's try her. And that was how I got the job of head of... Wow, exactly. That's good. And that's how I got the job of the head of property. And since then, it's been from glory to glory. All the knowledge I learned from her, I just started putting it into practice. And with the grace of God, here I am today.
Wow, that's so good of you, ma.
Thanks.
So we learned you are the president of Real Estate Millionaires.
Yes.
What is the idea behind REMS, the Real Estate Millionaires?
Very good. When I started working as the head of property, like I said, after a while, you would know when it's time to pull out and do your own thing. So I pulled out after 11 years of working with them.
Wow.
And I started gradually building my own real estate company. I found that gradually I was getting more members. I was getting people that wanted to join me what I was doing. I was empowering people through real estate jobs. So at a point, my members had grown up to 100, 200. By the time we had 300 members, I knew that it was time to properly put a structure in place. You will just know when it's that time.
Wow.
So at that point, I just looked around me and I looked around for like minds like me that are professionals in their field. I'm talking of lawyers, I'm talking of marketers, I'm talking of people that head the accounting team, So I said, okay, guys, let's come together and put a proper structure in this thing. And that is what Beth said, Real Estate Millionaires, popularly known as REMS. So we just came together and we said, okay, let's do this. So the first thing we did was register a company under CAC, Real Estate Millionaires, properly registered and an entity on its own, and we put structures in place. And to the glory of God, I can say that with the people that I work with, REMS directors, they've been amazing.
Wow.
I could not have done all of this by myself.
That's good.
So with the help of everybody, directors, team leads in REMS, we have built a structure that is enviable. Today, to the glory of God, I can say we are the first and the most sought after real estate brokerage firm in the whole of Africa, with over 5,000 members and counting.
Wow, 5,000.
Yes. So we give God the glory for how far we have come.
Yeah, and we found out, in fact, there's so many research that we've done, and we discovered that you are a multiple award winner. You have not just won cars, houses, SUVs. You've also got several all expense paid trip to Dubai and other parts of the country. Well, other parts of the world. And I want to know, how have you been able to achieve all that for yourself?
First and foremost, all these accolades, I give God the glory. Because there is no way I could have done this without God Almighty.
Yes.
Secondly, I tell people, your passion will always bring you out.
Sure.
Whatever business you do, whatever industry you are, if you don't have a passion for what you do, there is no way you can excel. Passion brings about excitement in what you are doing. Whatever you are selling, be it chain, bag, whatever, land, houses, if your clients don't see that excitement from you, they say excitement is what? It's contagious. So, passion is one of the things that has brought me this far. Integrity is another very key word. If you win a client, I tell people, it's not just that client you have won 10 other clients, because that client will go out there and talk about you. He will tell his friends, he will tell his family. So when you win a client's heart, it's not just that client. You have won 10 other clients. And that has helped me in this journey. Integrity is key. If a property is this amount, tell the client it is this amount, because it will find out eventually.
Yes.
And you have lost that client, you have lost all the referrals that should come with it. Passion, integrity, then lastly and most importantly, consistency.
Yes.
You need to show up every day. Don't sell real estate today, tomorrow you carry your handbag, next tomorrow you carry bone straight hair. You need to be known for something.
Yes.
If you are selling real estate, let everybody in the world know that, oh, she's selling real estate. And show up every day, no matter how you feel. Get up in the morning, put on your clothes, go to work.
Yes. Wow, that's so interesting. Okay, if I may ask, how has real estate industry fared in Nigeria in the last 7 to 5 years? Then also, how do you see the real estate industry in the next 7 to 5 years, 5 to 7 years?
Very interesting question. In the past 5 to 7 years, real estate was good, but we can all say that it's better now. We had our learned older colleagues doing real estate their own way then. But it's a different ball game now. Things are better, especially with the new reforms that Lagos State government is bringing into real estate. I was at a program yesterday, and it's a real estate stakeholders meeting, and the governor was there. And
Wow.
I was among the privileged people to be there. And we need to hear the reforms that they are bringing into the real estate sector. Every challenge that we realtors have had, the government is now removing those challenges.
Wow.
So from now, I can say real estate in the next 5 years will be boom. In fact, if you are not investing in real estate yet, you should start doing that right now. Because in the next 5 years, you'll be wondering, why didn't I start investing in real estate? Things are better now. Even documentation is better now in Lands Bureau. Everything is now digitized. So all those problems of, okay, there's a long queue, I cannot confirm this document, I cannot confirm this genuinity, everything is now digitally done. So real estate is going to be even more interesting henceforth.
See, I am really motivated. In fact, I just sat down here, I'm just listening to your men. And come to think of it, how have you been able to manage your career as a mother, as a wife, and then you are still excelling in this business?
I get this question a lot of times. I want to tell fellow women like me this here and now. Don't limit yourself. You can achieve, as long as you have an idea in your mind, trust me, it's achievable. I would say I am blessed to have a good and understanding husband who lets me be myself. He pushes me in my career. So many times, when I have inspections on a Sunday, and I'm like, oh, I'm tired, and all of that, it'll be like, okay, it's not that I said you took me to that day. Let me help you, or let me drive you there. He is that supportive. So that has helped me.
You see, men, we are good.
Yes, sir.
So my husband has pushed me, and he's still pushing me to be the best version of myself.
Good.
When I get home and I'm like, oh, I have this target, oh, I have this, it's like, Funke, you can do it. It's always spurring me to do better. When I think, oh, I've achieved the highest, you tell me, no, look at that woman. She's into real estate, you can get where she is.
Wow.
So it's when you have someone like that encouraging you in the home front, the sky is your beginning.
Wow.
Then I do not joke with family time. It is important. No matter how huge, no matter how elevated you are as a woman, family is, let's not deceive ourselves. Family is important. You cannot separate family from career. So I ensure that I don't joke with family time. As a matter of fact, for those who know me very well, anytime I'm traveling out of the country, I have my 2-hand luggage, these are my children. We go together.
Yes, sir.
Apart from exposing them to the other world, it's also a way of bonding time.
Yes.
For me and them. Then I am blessed because my children are also interested in what I do. For example, some days ago, my daughter took some of my flyers to give our teachers and other parents in school.
Wow.
I didn't tell her. She didn't have to do that. But they've grown to understand what mommy does.
Yes.
If you wake my daughter up and say, explain what the C of O2 is to you, she will tell you, she will define it more than a lawyer will define it. So they've gradually, because I carry them along, sometimes when they are free or not, we go for inspection together. They'll also wear your canvas and follow me. Oh yeah, come and see how mommy makes the money. So for me, it's a total package. You have to carry your children along your years. No matter how busy you are, you have to create family time for them.
I guess we need to watch out for another MSc.
Yes, we do. Yes.
Now, I think I'm interested in the meeting you just mentioned now with the governor, because we are having a lot of people in the diaspora who have been complaining of being scammed by realtors. Now, of course, we know that wherever there are good ones, there will be bad ones. But for you, as MFK, known out there, a household name, how have you gotten in contact with any diasporan who has been scammed? And then, what's your whole opinion about this scamming? Because they are complaining a lot. I must tell you, they're complaining. So many of them, they bought lands 3, 4, 5, 6 years ago. They don't even know where these parcels of lands are. Okay.
This reason is one of the reasons why REMS, Real Estate Millionaires, was bettered.
Wow, that's...
Because apart from REMS empowering people and giving them jobs and saying you can do this yourself, if you sell this, you get this, empowering people and not just being idle at home. Apart from that, one of the reasons and major factors why REMS was bettered is to curb fraudulent practices in the real estate sector. One of the things that we do for our members and even our clients is search reports. And I don't mean search reports on the surface, no. I mean in-depth search reports. We go beyond just the documentation. The title is the owner tells you, oh, my land has a C of O, my land has a governor's consent. We go beyond that. We collect the documents, do an in-depth search. We have our own in-house surveyors that we go to site with to take coordinates. Many times we find out that what is on ground is different from what is on paper. Someone can tell you this land has a gazette, even give you a copy of the gazette. But you get to the land and it is not, the land is not inside. Apart from that, we go as far, after checking coordinates and all, we go as far as going to meet the person that sold to the company. So we're sure, do you know Mr. Lagbaja, he claims he bought this land or this portion of property from you. Do you know him? Number one. Has he paid up?
Yeah, that's very good.
Because this is the issue we are having.
Yes, because we have some cases where the family or whoever, cooperative or whoever they bought from. Yes, because many times people buy land, they pay maybe half. And they sell more than the half that they paid for. And I found out that to do allocation will be a problem. Find out that the family will now start saying, no, we can't allow you. So to cover all these problems is one of the reasons why REMS came up. Now, apart from that, with the help of the Lagos State government, like I said earlier, checking for documentation has become easy now. We at REMS, we are proud to say that before any property goes out to our members to sell, we do an in-depth search report, in-depth due diligence before our members pass it out. And I also advise my clients that buy your properties, land buildings only from a REMS registered realtor and go to sleep.
It's quite interesting. So now this REMS, what are the conditions for joining REMS? Must you be a graduate of estate management before you can join REMS to sell real estate?
I get that question a lot of times. To be a realtor in REMS, just come the way you are. We will accept you. You'll be shocked to hear that I standing still in front of you I didn't read real estate in school.
Wow.
My background is business admin. And see me here selling real estate effortlessly and with ease. So you don't need to have a PhD or a BSc or whatever, or go to Cambridge University to study real estate. Just come the way you are. In REMS, we pride ourselves in empowering people. We hold your hand along the way and bring you up to the top. We won't leave you until you have become an authority in real estate yourself. How do we achieve this, you may ask? Trainings. We hold trainings on a weekly basis. Every Thursday. Actually, I was on my way there.
Yes.
When you came, I was actually on my way. I'm supposed to be a speaker at one of the trainings today at our head office. But not to worry, we have our other directors holding that training right now since I'm not there. So we hold trainings at our head office in Shongotedo every Thursday. On every month, too, we also hold trainings, in-house trainings. Then on a quarterly basis, every quarter, we call upon speakers that are experts in their own fields.
That's good.
To come.
Like internal.
Exactly. So we have external facilitators that are highly skilled, professionals in different walks of life. We ask them to come and they train us, they teach us, because there's nothing as good as hearing it from another person. It's not just about us. And the good thing about our training is that we don't teach just one thing. We teach everything. Like if what you hear this week is not what you hear next week.
Wow.
And it's not just about real estate alone. We also talk about work-life balance. Because you need to be sane. You need to be balanced emotionally for you to be able to sell.
Yes.
So it's not all about real estate. We also teach you other things that are outside.
Can even help you make.
Exactly. So what you need to do to join REMS is just contact any of our REMS realtors, go to our website, go to our YouTube channel and join REMS. We'll teach you how to make sales. I'm proud to say that almost everyone who comes for training has been making strides in this industry, because there are things that you will learn. There are some innovations you will learn in that training that those that sit at home will not learn. So I want to encourage all our members in this video that please come for training. Don't come today and say, oh, I was there yesterday, I heard what they said. Keep coming. Every time you come, you learn something new. So back to what I said, you don't need to have all the degrees in the world to join Real Estate Millionaires. Come the way you have, we'll take you with love. In fact, our motto is together to greatness.
Wow.
So we'll be glad to have you.
And now I can see you are really building greatness.
Yes.
Okay, your team, Rems, is set to be the #1 and the largest real estate marketing company in Africa.
Yes.
You as a president, how do you manage this large team?
My dear sister, it's not an easy work. I won't lie to you. And the truth is, of course, I can't do everything alone. And that's why we have able directors in REMS managing each portfolio, different portfolios. We have the welfare director, we have the admin director, we have the accounts director, we have everybody, we have inspection team. Wow. Everything is catered for. There's somebody handling each department. So all I need to do as the president is bring the ideas. Guys, this is what we want to achieve this year. How do we go about it? And they bring in suggestions. Everybody's on their toes, ensuring that we meet up those targets. I'm happy to tell you that even though we are still in the first quarter, we have achieved what we plan to achieve first half of the year. We have achieved this in 2 months.
Wow.
And how was that possible? Because we are all working together.
Wow.
It's not just one person doing all the work. They are even up to our inspection department. Everything is taken care of. Then again, as a president, even though I know it's not easy to meet up with everybody, but I try my best to meet up, and have a one-on-one with all members. For example, I'm taking the team lead on a strategy session this week. So we're going somewhere cool, somewhere cozy, outside the normal hustle and bustle of Lagos.
Wow,
and we are sitting down.
Good.
It's like a weekend getaway. So we're, with cool brains, and we can discuss and say, okay, what are we doing this year? What are the projections and how to meet it?
So are you saying if you have a new member, do they have access to you? That is one.
Why not?
Then you also make mention of inspection. How do you take them on inspection?
Now, let me answer the first one. I'm very accessible.
Wow.
Everybody can access. I am very accessible. You don't need to be high up there, or you don't need to be a top seller to meet up with me. Just give me my phone number is even everywhere. So just call me. NFK, I'd like to see you. My office door is open. I'm open to suggestions. I don't keep deaf ears, things like that. And again, we have directors, we have team leads that are my eyes and everywhere. So they see what's going on. Also, we have a very valuable R&D department, that's research and development, that listens to things and gives us feedback. So that way, we get all your suggestions, right? Then to your next question, inspection team, that's one of our strengths. Wow. In REMS, because we ensure that all our properties have vehicles that will take you, and they're all free. Even the training, yes,
that's so good.
Even if you come 10 times a day, we will not charge you. Our trainings are free, both the weekly, the monthly, and the quarterly trainings. They are all free. Wow. The inspections are free. Come with your client 10 times a day. We'll take you and your client for inspection. We will serve refreshments. Yes, and there's always
that's good though. I can now see why you have that large team.
Exactly. And we always also have a tour guide in the vehicle that does all the talking, explaining to your clients. We are here. We are at Eleko. Now we are at Shangote. This is home to ShopRite.
I'm sure your team members are making sales.
They are.
They just have to. They must.
I'm telling you, and I'm so proud of them.
You are really encouraging them.
I am so proud of them. They are not just learning. They are putting what they learn to work, and that's just
so sorry. Now let's look at that. Your sales level, your team, are you saying, let's look at 80-20. How do you think they are meeting up with your expectation, especially concerning sales?
Over 90% have shocked me with their sales records.
Wow.
Why do you think REMS is called they call us the sell out team?
Wow.
Sold out. That's what they call us, sold out, because we churn out the results. All these MDs, all our MDs can attest to that. We are not just large in number. Our results speak for themselves.
Wow.
Yes, they speak for themselves.
Okay, while we begin to coast home now, I would like to ask you finally, what's your advice to Because truth be told, yes, while 95% of your members are making sales, there are still a few here and there who are not making those sales. So what would be your advice to them? Because listening and watching you now, they're all gingered up, their expectations are high, they want to I want to be like MFK, I want to be like MFK.
And they can.
Of course, yes, I believe you.
You can be better than MFK. That's
wow.
I tell people that you can be better. I have people that are better than me. So why can't you be better than me? You can be better than me.
So what's your advice to those of them who have not been able to make sales, probably, maybe for the past 2 weeks, 1 month?
The first question is, how committed are they to their job? Whatever you do,
that's
commitment
true. It's
is
very
key.
important.
If I'm committed, that's when you see me come for inspection, come for trainings every week. Now, you come for training today and you say, oh, I heard what they said last week, I don't need to go this week. You don't go again in another 3 weeks. You are losing out. Meanwhile, those that are coming for inspection, they are selling and selling out. So, first question is, how committed are you to your job? How committed are you to your business? I tell my people, carry your matter, your business on your head, like gala.
That's true.
You know those that sell gala in traffic? See the way they position the thing on their head? That is it. You need to get to that point when your business is like life. Yes. It's like the hair that you breathe in. At that point, you can achieve anything.
What's doing?
Exactly. So, be committed to what you're doing.
Yes.
Give it your all. Give your business your all. Then training. I'll still go back to training because I am a product of training.
Wow.
And even as I am, as big as MFK is, I still go for trainings. You cannot, see, what you learn today is not what you will learn tomorrow. Even if it is the same topic, the way Mr. A will say it is not the way Mr. B. So you would you take something out that is different. Training is key. You cannot grow without training. Then secondly, consistency. You need to be consistent. There are some people that are looking at you selling real estate and they're like, oh, let me see how serious she is before I contact her.
Wow.
So imagine you sell, you push something to a client and say, oh, sir, this property is good, I recommend it. And says, okay, I'll call you back or I'll get back to you. And in 1 month from then, when the client is ready, he's looking for you and he's seeing something else on your page. He's seeing you marketing something else. In fact, he will call the next available realtor.
Yeah, that's true.
But please, is that not what they call serial interpretation?
No. That's different. I can be 10 things.
Yeah.
But I can do them separately. That one will not affect the other.
Hold on, yeah, that's true.
In fact, this topic was treated 2 weeks ago at one of our trainings.
That's true.
So if you were there, I would do another video for that. Let's not deviate.
One thing I picked again, if you allow me to chip into what REMS members can do to boost their sales. Inspection. You mentioned it. Inspection is very key. Yes. Yeah, because I know you said it. You mentioned it time.
There's something called product knowledge. You need to know your product 100% before you can market it. Because what if you are talking about your product and your client asks you one question that destabilizes you? How do you convince that client? So you need to know everything from the location to the title it has to the kind of soil, the topography.
Wow.
You have to know everything. And how do you achieve that? Going for inspection. Whether you have a client or not, to go there. The more you learn about that product, the more you will excel in selling that product.
Wow.
So consistency is key. Passion. Love what you do. You can't hide it. It's obvious. Yeah. Passion is very obvious. Love what you do, be consistent, and of course, pray to God Almighty.
Wow, I think she has just rounded it off now. This is mind blowing. This is mind blowing. Yes, time is not our friend. We have coasted home, and it's been a wonderful time out with the guru MFK herself. MFK, I want to say thank you for having us in your home. And please, we sincerely apologize for disrupting your training today. But good thing you just told us that other people are handling the training, and then that is why it's good to replicate yourself in others. So at this point, we'll be saying a beautiful goodbye. Watch out again for the next guru that will be having a time out with. And from my colleagues here, Miriam and Martha, we say a good bye-bye.
Bye.